na to. At very exciting ang mga laban only here at the house of the Paro-Paro Festival, none other than Dasmariñas City. Now, it's going to be a very exciting game day with two new teams making their debut performances in just a few moments. Now, for our first match, we have our Season 1 finalists, the Negros Immaculada Mega White Blue Hawks going up against the Pasay Lady Voyagers, and later on, we have last year's defending champions, the Quezon Tangerines, going up against the Dasmariñas City Monarchs. And of course, earlier we also had the opening for the MPVA. Now we had 6 returning teams and 2 new teams, again as I mentioned earlier, in Dasmariñas and Pasay. So of course we can also see our MPVA executives, the people who have made this event all possible. But going back to the teams, of course, we have veterans going up against collegiate players, but they are all no strangers to playing high-level volleyball. They are all here to defend their provinces and hometowns and show the best of the best in the Philippine volleyball scene. Now, definitely so much excitement to look forward to. We have new faces, returning faces, but all here to prove who the best is. And of course, all of this is made possible because this is powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And don't forget to catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusap.com. Your game, your community, join now. And of course, a special thanks as well to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Now don't forget to stay tuned only here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. A lot of exciting games coming right up in just a few moments.
Sama-sama nating tuklasin.
Volleyball players from all over the country will once again get a shot to play for and represent their hometowns and provinces as the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association returns for another year, mga kaliga. We welcome you to the opening day dito sa City of Dasmariñas Arena, Dasmariñas, Cavite. At ayan na nga, nakikita nyo ang ating host for this afternoon. At syempre, new faces and veterans ang ating makikita. You have here from the side of course,
of Negros.
Negros Immaculada, and on the other side, it's Puson, definitely from Pasay Lady Voyagers. At sila nga ang mangunguna sa ating unang game on our first day, Immaculada Mega White Negros versus Pasay Voyagers for our first match. At syempre, nabanggit ko nga na ito ay mga bagong muka. It's a mix of new faces and veterans, experienced players ang makikita natin for the season. Magandang hapon, ako si Sheila Salaysay alongside Jong Panerio. And kanina nakita niyo ating courtside reporter si Fiona Bacani. Kami ang mga kinanang kings and queens ng ating volleyball sets. Kaya naman, stay tuned. This is going to be another exciting match. Jong.
Well, today, Sheila, we kick off our season here in Dasmariñas City. Inika nga nila, home of the Paro-Paro Festival, to expect a game that is full of color, full of life. At meron nga tayo dito, Sheila, Pasay newcomer, backup by the Air Force. And for sure, a whole lot of heart for these two squads as they go head-to-head in this match that could set the tone for the entire season.
At yan na nga sa ating panibagong season, alamin natin ang tournament format. And we have 8 teams battling out for the title this season for our preliminary round. At they will go in a double round robin format. Top 4 teams will advance to the semifinals.
And of course, in our semifinals, teams will play in a best of 3 semifinals. Rank 1 will go against number 4 and rank 2 will go against number 3, Sheila. And that again, best of 3 for both squads.
Definitely, after having 9 teams last season, 2025 season is back with 8 teams, dalawang bago at syempre, yung 6 nakita na natin nung nakaraan. You have
Of course, Sheila, you have Binyan, our semi-finalists last year. You have Dasmariñas City Monarch, Negros Immaculada, Mega White, San Juan, Caloocan, Marikina Lady Shoemasters, andito pa rin. Of course, our defending champions, Quezon Tangerines, and one of our newcomers, Pasay Voyagers also here in participating.
That's correct. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin ang syempre Negros Immaculata Mega White Blue Hawks after reaching the finals and falling short against Bacoor in the last season. Nagbabalik sila. Well, this time it's going to be more interesting.
Definitely. And Negros actually made waves during our inaugural season. I mean, because of their offensive arsenal during their inaugural season, they reached a final, Sheila. However, they fell short during our last year. And for sure, right now, here in our third year, MPVA, they are not chasing redemption, Sheila. They are chasing to return back in the finals. At makikita natin yan if they can finally complete the climb to the top here in the MPVA.
Tama ka dyan, Jong. This season brings a new hope for Negros. As you can see, the lineup, they have some returning players who are eager to regain their status as a contender. And they have a new head coach.
Yes, definitely. Head coach Jesse Baroga. And Sheila, the usual suspect dito for Negros, we have Samantha Catamora. Kapara nandyan pa rin, Angel Cosme, and of course, the one who will be orchestrating the playmaking, Iron Tan, is still there.
Yes, definitely the team captain of this squad. Siya nga ang mangunguna dito para sa Negros, and definitely, you know, she is the setter and the team captain 2023 MPVA finalist.
Iron Tan is already a staple name in Negros and also here in the MPVA. No question here for Iron Tanes, but the question is her playmaking and connection enough for the Negros to reach the semifinals and eventually come back in the finals here in MPVA 2025?
Napaka-importante ng role nito Tan, especially this season dahil siya nga ang magiging leader at angkla ng team ng Negros. Now, let me turn you over to Fiona for this report.
Ayan, tulad nga ng sinabi nyo kanina, Jong and Sheila, muling nagbabalik ang Negros Blue Hawks dito sa MPVA. At ngayon, handang-handa na silang patunayan ang sarili nila. According to the players, the key to their success is the strong bond that they've built over the past few months. Dahil nasa isang dorm lang sila, isa ang pagkain nila, at kung anong meron ng isa, meron din ang lahat. Mas nakilala na rin nila ang isa't isa sa labas ng volleyball. So for them, it's all about the connection both on and off the court. Their preparation has been intense, with 3 trainings per day, but everything has been well-planned and situational. Coming off of a 3-peat championship in the NCRAA, the girls are all about heart, dedication, and teamwork. So they're not just here to compete, they're here to prove that they too belong with the best. Now back to you, Jong and Sheila.
Thank you so much for that, Fiona. At nabanggit na nga niya kung ano ang aabangan ng ating mga volleyball fans for this season. At syempre, para simulan na ang ating laro, let me now turn you over to our venue announcer.
In Dasmariñas City, Cavite. This is Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ang Liga para sa lahat. It's the first game of our opening doubleheader between the Pasay Lady Voyagers against the Negros Immaculata Mega White Blue Hawks. Presenting our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Pasay Lady Voyagers. Led by team captain, opposite hitter number 4, Sergeant Yari Kimson. Middle blocker number 2, Miles Astilia. Another middle blocker number 16, Sergeant Angel Andipuesto. Outside hitter number 17, Yuri Eslabor. Middle blocker number 22, Chai Papa. Center number 25, Venice Buzon. And their starting libero is number 24, Sergeant Shobe Crisostomo. The coach for Pasay is Sergeant Camille Abato of the Philippine Air Force. Now let's be the starters for the Negros Immaculada Mega White Blue Hawks. Led by team captain setter number 8, Ira Tutanes. Outside hitter number 2, Adi Cabaral. Middle blocker number 3, Jill Moraga. Opposite hitter number 7, Sheila Lopez. Middle blocker number 9, Sam Catamora. Outside hitter number 10, Kaylee Cosme. And their starting libero is number 11, Irish Besmonte. Coaching Negros is Don Baroga.
The starting lineup for our two teams, Tutanes, Catamora, Moraga, Lopez, Cosme, Caparal, and Besmonte for Negros. Eslabora, Dipuesto, Astilia, Papa, Quinzon, Puzon, and Crisostomo naman para sa Pasay. Head coach of Pasay, of course, si Ana Camille Koya Abanto. And on the side of Negros, we have a coach, Jesse Baroga, the brother, of
Yes.
course, of the former head coach of Negros. Itong si coach ng Pasay, nag-referee lang sa atin dito to. In the previous ngayon, siya na ang head coach.
And you know what, Sheila, what made this match really very interesting, aside from their coaches, who has a proven track record in sports, Camila Banto and Coach Jesse Baroga, you have great setters in Puson and Tutanes. And right now dito, Tutanes will finally set to start off this match.
Definitely hindi natin napag-usapan itong Pasay. Although they are one of the new teams this season. Jong, hindi naman bago sa volleyball world. Itong team na to dahil this Pasay partnered with Air Force. Kaya naman halong veterano. At syempre mga batang mandalaro itong koponan na ito. As we begin set number 1. Good first ball. There was a block, pero susubok ulit ang Pasay. Excellent defense at the net for Negros. And that is a block point. Nanguna dyan ang Pasay.
You know what, here for Pasay, they were blocked several times dito by Negros. But here comes Pasay giving Negros a taste of their own medicine and scoring first point via block.
Unang bola pa lang yun, Jong. Alam mo na. Alam mo na. Kaya naman sa ating mga kaliga who is just around the corner or nandito sa Cavite, why don't you catch, you know, the first day and the first games dito sa ating MPVA sa Dasmariñas Arena. This is a free admission po, kaya naman we invite everyone to watch it live.
And this time, Sheila, you know, a well-attended first game here in Dasmariñas City. As we can see, itong Negros is actually not a new team here in the MPVA. But as you can see, going head-to-head here for newcomer Pasay Voyagers.
Definitely. But in that last sequence, it was Pasay getting that point as one of the team's veterans on deck to serve. Attack from the opposite cross court. Puzon setting it up to the open. Tutanes naman. Attack from the back. Opposite attack and down the line. But that is wide.
That is too wide. And Sheila, this Pasay Negro squad, you know what also made really very interesting about this match is that hindi pa nila alam yung tendency ng bawat isa. As far as I know, I think this is the first time that these squads are facing each other. So maganda to, I mean, kapaan on their familiarity, on the game playmaking. So let's see kung sino yung unang makapagadya sa team na to.
The first service ace dito ang makukuha ng Negros. And that is a courtesy of Jeliel Moraga.
And Negros also one of the teams that is still very intact coming here in the third year of MPVA. But let's see how are they going to adjust with this veterans Air Force backup Pasay team.
Nabanggit mo nga, no? Exciting, kapaan, and that's what makes this season, you know, how can I say, mas kaabang-abang para
Yeah.
sa ating mga volleyball fans. Dahil maraming mukha din silang makikita.
Definitely. Well, Pasay team, Sheila, they may be new here in the MPVA, but I think the core team of Pasay have been playing for many years na. The familiarity, the connection is already there.
Totoo yan.
Nandun na yung gelling ng team na to.
Exactly. That attack from the open is too long.
And I think same as well here for Negros. I mean, they've been playing for quite some time with different valuable systems already. And here they are coming in much stronger. They once our podium finisher and now they're hungrier to be back in the podium.
Definitely, kahit mga bata itong mga to, kung ikukumpara mo sa Pasay, nakikita mo naman lumalaban pa rin. And in that last sequence, you can see that attack from Kapara, that's off the block. Talagang iniwas. Ito nga sa mga defenders ng Pasay.
And I like what you've mentioned, Sheila. I mean, despite being much younger dito sa Pasay, it's veteran versus agility ng Negros. So let's see which one will prevail here in this match.
Nakasagot naman kaagad dito ang Pasay. And that time, it's Eslapor. Good first ball. Combination play with the drop. Nabasa yan ng Pasay, but there is a net touch on the side of Negros.
Well, here comes Caparal, able to control her momentum. But right now, I'm really quite impressed with how Tutanes is doing her orchestration. I mean, several times, puro combination just to confuse the blockers dito on the side of Pasay.
That's right, but that one, it's another outside attack ang ibibigay dito ng Negros. That's consecutive points already for Pasay.
Exactly, and as early at this point, you cannot just give away free points dito and giving back the favor. Pasay.
Ayan, kababanggit mo nga naman, Jong. That is the first service error of the set number 1. And this time, Negros is serving. Who's on? To the open, blocked. Bibigay sa kabila. Tutanes will set this one up. Who's on? Sets this one to the back, and that is a point for Pasay.
And Puson, despite being a new here in Pasay team, I mean, I feel as if that she's already getting along well for the Pasay team despite being the new playmaker dito for the Air Force.
No, I want to know, ano kaya itong nararamdaman ni Puzon? Although, you know, she is, we can consider her experienced na.
Definitely.
Pero, in a team with the Air Force, mas experience yung kanyang mga teammates, mga ates neto. So, you know, I want to know how is she feeling playing alongside yung kanya probably napanood napapanood lang niya before.
But I think, Sheila, I think both ways are learning in each other. Venice Puson learning from her ates. And at the same time, itong mga Air Force naman, for sure, learning new tactics and new tricks on their new playmaker, which is Venice Puson.
Totally agree. As Puson really maximizing all her attackers from the back to the front. But in that last play, it was Negros getting that score. As we head on to our first technical timeout, naman po dito ang Negros, 8-7.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
After that first technical timeout, pag-usapan naman natin, ito na nga ang isa sa ating mga bagong teams this season, Jong, ang Pasay Voyagers. At nabanggit na nga natin kanina, they are backed up with the Air Force headed by Kuya Abanto.
Definitely. There may be a new team here in the MPVA, but sabi ko nga, the core team have been playing for many years. There's expected discipline, expect a very well proven track record dito ng volleyball program na dala-dala ng Pasay. You have Kimson, of course, one of the best opposites that we had during last year. So expect natin kung paano mo orchestrate dito ni Venice Puso, ng mga veterano galing Pasay.
Definitely, yes. Nandyan din si Mary Ann Pantino de Flem, of course.
Yeah.
Former collegiate standouts. UAP Rookie of the Year, si Aiko Ordas. At syempre, ang kanilang playmaker ngayon, two-time NCAA best setter, si Puzon. So, we will see if this mix of veterans stand out and impress everyone on our opening day. Meanwhile, back to the game. Napalakas ang hampas ng Pasay in that last sequence. Kaya naman, mapupunta sa Negros ang puntos. They are now leading by 3.
The pressure I think, is on for both squads here, Sheila. Of course, for Pasay, this is their debut match. But standing on their way is a battle-tested Negros, who's, again, sabi ko nga, ready to reclaim the glory, the lost glory last year.
Tingnan natin kung paano nila magagawa yan as, you know, that quick set they thought was a point, but there was a violation called against Negros. Kaya naman ibibigay na ating officials ang puntos dito sa Pasay.
And I think no protest here coming from Moraga. I think after she hit that ball, she accidentally touched the net. And no protest. So I think the point will go here to Pasay.
8 serving 10. Totanes was there. Chance ball para sa Pasay.
Oh.
And that is just way over the blockers towards the end line at the backcourt of Negros.
And I think here right now, Sheila, I think Venice Puson has the luxury of having a very tall players on the opposite side and dito nga sa middle. So if she could maximize getting a good very first ball, I think it will be a percentage game dito for Pasay.
At another point para sa Pasay, courtesy of service ace. And that one is Eureka Estapor.
Exactly.
Nabanggit mo, depensa para sa Pasay. They have really one good libero on the floor right now. That is Leia Acepcion. Also played for the Air Force. Used to be a UP Maroon. Libero yan namin before. Kaya naman all around din yan. Di lang libero, pumapalo din siya. But she's still active. And this team actually on the side of Pasay. Ganun din naman dito sa Negros.
Well, I think both squad really very good on offense and defense. So pagandahan na lang ito ng execution here in this match as Gila Lopez. Receive ko, palo ko, sabi dito. Di Cosme, rather.
And that is a powerful attack from the open. You have Papa hitting from that side. At talagang iniwas niya sa blockers.
And kita mo, I mean, hindi lang basta makapalo, Sheila, but really thinking where to put that ball. Napakaganda ng catch shot there coming from Papa.
Correct. And that's a save by Pasay, free ball for Negros.
Oh!
Oh, well, she had a good thing in mind though kasi lahat ng blockers dito ng Pasay nakaabang na sa net. However, the execution was poor in that last sequence by Tutanes.
Very good intention dito kay Tutanes. And Tutanes have been really very successful on doing that 1-2 play. Yun lang medyo kinapos on that attempt. But still, it's still very manageable lead. It's 12-10. So let's see how will Negros cope up here with Pasay.
As you say that, another service ace ang makukuha dito ng Pasay. And that is Eslapor still serving.
And Eslapor tumambay na dito on the service deck. And I think here for Negros, they really need to strengthen their defense because if not, uulan at uulan ng puntos dito on the side of Pasay.
At sinabi mo ang uulan. And that's another point. This time naman, they got from a block. So, in all cylinders, nakakagawa na nga paraan itong Pasay para makakuha ng puntos. And they are slowly slipping away, already ahead by 4 points.
And sabi ko nga, Negros here, they really need to think of something because you have a very tall blockers dito in front of you for Pasay.
Another service ace.
And this time, very good. I mean, for Pasay, I think they've already knew the weakest link on the defense dito of Negros. And the challenge here for Negros is to first, muna basic volleyball tayo. They really need to pass the ball straight to Tutanes in order for them to attack.
That's right, but we'll see. But this time, that's a good first ball, setting this one. And that's an attack down the line, pero nakuha dito ng Negros. Puzon will set this one to the open. That's too wide of an attack for Pasay.
And I think good intention there for Papa, trying to get a check ball in the hands of the blocker. But this time, I must say, for Pasay, Sheila, despite being new here in MPVA, they played as if they are a well-oiled machine already. Really challenging ito yung depensa dito ng Negros.
Good first ball. Puzon, jump set with a drop. Nabasayan ng libero ng Negros. Power tip will not work. And that is another point gain by Pasay Voyagers. 5 ang lamang dito ng Pasay as we head on to our second technical timeout, 16-11.
With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
And you are still watching the first game of the inaugural or the first day of the third season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Nandito pa tayo ngayon live sa Dasmariñas Arena sa Cavite. Kaya naman kung kayo ay libre, why don't you spend your time watching the best volleyball action here? At syempre kasama nyo, this panel, Fiona, Jong, at Sheila Salaysay bring you the action. Meanwhile, on the floor now, Puzon setting this one to the opposite. And that time, ang nakaputos ang kanilang kapitan, Kimson.
Yari Kimson. Medyo inisip ko pa kasi nasanay ako Yari Yongko during her young
Actually,
years.
Yari Yongko, Kimson, lagi yan. Hindi natin nakakalimutan yung Yongko. That's what makes her stand out, of course, together with her sisters who were also volleyball stars in the collegiate until pro. But that time, miscommunication.
Quickly apologizing, Benny Puzon. Well, apology accepted. This is the first time I think she will be orchestrating the play
Pero
for
kung
Pasay.
nakita mo yung play na yun, walang pumasok talaga kahit nasa sa likod. So, siya yung nalito, hindi yung spikers. 12 serving 17. This time, Puzon setting this to the open. It was blocked, but that ball went out. Good read by the libero of Pasay.
Well, si Papa kanina niya pa tina-target yung hands of blocker to score and off the block point. And I think if you're Negros, you really have to press your hands forward in order for you to secure na papasok talaga yung bola. But here comes Pasay leading this match by 6.
Attack from the opposite. Naiangat yan dito ng Pasay. Well defended right there by the libero, but that hindi yan na isalba dito Tanes. Definitely that point will go in favor of Pasay. And slowly, ito na nga, 7 na ang kalamangan dito of these girls of Coach Ana Camille Abanto. Di ako sanay na nga na Camille. Coach Koya Abanto.
Well, of course, nothing to discount Pasay, Sheila. I mean, they're doing great, but I think for Negros, I mean, they're nothing so spectacular na ginagawa ng Pasay, but first they have to really strengthen their defense muna.
Definitely, it's the consistency on the floor at net defense. Timeout muna ang itatawag dito ng Negros.
Kaya nating habulin yan. Kasi kung tuloy-tuloy yung error na gagawin natin, hindi talaga natin mahahabol yan. Di ba? Tutang, pasa lang.
Ayaw, tama na yun. Baboy
Ay, matago. Yala! Pampasin mo lang. Pampasin mo lang. Pampasin mo lang. Adi! Adi! Pampasin mo lang. Taas!
Yung naging reminder ni Coach Jesse.
I mean, sabi ko nga Sheila, of course, nothing to discount Pasay, but nothing so spectacular yet may ginagawa ng Pasay. It is really Negros who is not actually doing their thing inside the court. I mean, let's start from basic. Let's start from basic. And I think that basic is to, of course, strengthen mo yung defense nila. It's all start from there. And once na maayos yung defense nila, mapasa yung bola ng mga Pilotanes, that is when they could actually have their attack. So I think that is something that they need to strengthen first here in this match, their defense.
Yes, and consistency. No? Kasi
Yeah.
kanina sa umpisa, nakakahabol naman sila. Actually, seesaw ang battle yung nakikita natin at the start of set number 1. But it was just because of that aces of Eslabon
yeah.
na consecutively. Doon talaga sunod-sunod na nakapuntos itong Pasay. Pero here, that's 2 points agad ang nakuha dito ng Negros.
And especially that we are already in the tail end of this match. I mean, here for Negros, they really need to get that momentum that they could carry pagpasok ng second set.
That's right, but we'll see how they can cope up. But in that last attack, again, it's Yari, Yonko Kimzon attacking from the opposite.
And I think it's really a liberty here for Venice Tucson. Kanina, porsyento tayo kay Papa. Here comes Yari Kimson on the opposite. It is a luxury for her. I mean, both sides, kayang pumuntos, kayang pumorsyento dito on the side of Pasay.
That's right. At ang ganda din ng depensa, ng
yeah.
floor defense dito ng Pasay. Kaya naman they can execute really good plays. Good attack from Negros in that last sequence at naiangat nga dito ng libero. And that time, it's Negros getting that point. That's a good rally, John.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Negros has a very good set of hard-hitting spikers, Caparal and Cosme. I think it's not just they really need to get on their feet right now, especially on the first set.
That's right. But that will go out. At puntos yan para dito sa Negros.
4 points na lang hinahabol ko ng Pasay to close out this set, and 4 more points for Negros to tie things up here for Pasay. And if you're Pasay, of course, you want to end first set really strong. And if you're Negros naman, you want to get that momentum na madadala mo in the second set.
That's correct. As we see a couple of substitutions on the side of Negros, Tamon is going in. That time replacing Lopez, and another player, you have Casera. This time replacing Ira Tutanes.
And I think Coach Jesse Baroga trying to get that perfect combination that will work in this match.
O ipapahinga si Tutanes
yeah.
siguro iniisip niya mas mahaba-habang laro itong ating lalaroin this afternoon. 16 serving 21. Huson. Kimzon was blocked. Attacking from the other side. Nakuha yan ng libero ng Negros.
Wow.
That's a good coverage. Susubok ulit ang Pasay.
Wow.
Remarkable floor defense by the libero. And that time, nakita mo, it's the Negros really winning that rally. And it was their defense.
Yes.
Talaga ang bumuhay at naging susi para makuha nila yung puntos na yon. And we have to also to give credit on the really good defense of their libero.
Of Irish Besmonte.
That's correct. At tatawag naman ng timeout dito. Pakinggan natin.
Focus lang sa blocking sa. Yung pagdating doon, kunin mo na cross court, okay? Yung cross court, babangan mo pa rin. Yung deflected na bola, okay? Adi, go tayo, ha? And then, yung drop ball doon, ha? Kunin mo yan, go! Go!
specific play yung binigay dito ni Coach Jesse Baroga, Sheila. I mean, right now, I feel the confidence on Coach Baroga, especially right now that they're already having that service reception at naging okay yung depensa. Specific play there for Jella Lopez to go opposite and hitting the ball cross-court. Well, let's see if they can execute, if they can translate what Coach Jesse Baroga instructed in their timeout.
That's right. Hindi natin Kim Zon was blocked again. Puzon pupunta sa open. Off the block this time, pero hindi na yun. Nahabol dito ni Besmonte.
Pero kanina yung depensa dito ni Bismonte, if we could actually just credit the point to Iris Bismonte, we will.
Ang ganda nung naging rally nila doon sa last sequence na yon. Pero dito nagkaroon ng substitution on the side of Pasay at nakita natin on the floor.
Wendy Ansimana,
Ayan,
serving for
syempre,
veteran din to.
Tunay, veteran. And another one on the floor is Aiko Ordaz, making their first appearance here on the game. As Negros tries a combination play but did not work.
Oh,
Another miscommunication on the side of Pasay. Negros taking advantage. It was Katamora becoming aggressive in that last play.
and here comes Negros. I mean, there's really no room for complacency dito for Pasay. Just after 7-point lead dito ng Pasay, only 4 yung nahabol dito ng Negros.
Over reception. Negros will have a chance, but it was blocked. Good coverage. Semana. Pupunta sa likod. Then that is just a little low from the back.
And this is not the perfect time. This is not the perfect time here for Pasay to commit those errors. In volleyball, you know, it doesn't matter how you start the game, but it's matter how end this game. And here come Negros, slowly but surely trying to tie things up dito to Pasay.
Semana setting this one to the open. Nakuha yan ng Negros. Good pickup. Urdas. But there was a whistle. Double contact ang itinawag laban sa Pasay. At ito na nga, dumidikit na. Ito nga Negros only leading by 2.
And that is so rare violation of a Wendy Ansimana, a former UAP MVP. At dalawa na lang yung kalaman. Make it just 1 point lead dito, Negros.
What a timing for a service ace para dito sa Negros. And that time, that point is from Andrea Caparal.
Just 1 more point.
Semana setting this one to Urdas. Urdas getting that point. And it's her first point of the game. Ang tagal din natin hindi nakita itong si Aiko Urdas.
And of course, this former UAAP Rookie of the Year, Season 75, Aiko Urdas, already on board here for Pasay.
23 serving 21. Yurika Eslapor. Siya yung nakais ng marami kanina. One more try.
Wow!
Oh, wow. Really aggressive in that power tip.
And what I like about that game, Sheila, Angeli Cosme, receive ko, palo ko, bola ko, coverage ko, yet
Nakita mo naman
pumuntos
yung
pa
broad
din.
jump niya.
Oo.
Diba napakabilis na nga pangyayari para dito kay Cosme. And that's what you will like. Kung ikaw ay si Coach Jesse Baroga dahil ito na nga, isa na lang ang hinahabol na puntos dito ng Negros. Semana giving this one to Urdas from the opposite. And Aiko Urdas now earning a point. Again, kanina sa open, ngayon naman on the other side. Setting her team to set point. Pero tatawag ng timeout dito ang Negros.
Bakit hindi mo tinakbo? Crucial, oh! Kinakabahan ka ba? Naman. Go, 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 go! Tayo, oy! Woo! Bola, atas ng bola!
in that last timeout, medyo hindi natutuwa dito si Coach Jessie Baroga kasi nakakahabol na nga sila. Isa na lang yung puntos na kailangan nilang habulin, but they again committed mistakes. Sabi lang niya, natanong niya sa team niya, kinakabahan ba kayo? But you know, it's their first game on the first day of our season. So definitely may mga kaba pa yan.
And of course, this is a unfamiliar territory for Negros. I think this is the first time that they face this squad.
Yes.
So I think right now here for Negros, more than the technical skills, the mental fortitude should be there, because here for Pasay, just one more point to close out this first set.
Pero kilala natin tong Negros, no? Even in the first season of MPVA, talaga namang bumabawi sila. Pero what a way, you know, to commit an error at this part of set number 1 para dito sa Pasay. Easy point for Negros.
And this is what you expect for the opening day match of MPVA. Very close first set for a new team going against a battle-tested Negros.
That's correct. Stotanis is back on the floor. Very crucial itong service na to. Yan naman, kailangan ang kapitana ay nandito. We'll see how she will be able, you know, to work her wonders for them to get this point. But at this moment, merong konting clarification ang ating mga officials when it comes to the positioning on the side of Pasay.
And I think if you're a player, you can ask our second referee if tama yung rotation nyo. I mean, to avoid a rotational fault.
Yes. Semana, pupunta kay Ordaz. And Aiko Ordaz just ending this set on their favor. It's Pasay winning set number 1, 25-23, Jom.
And of course, what a win here for Pasay, but nothing to discount Negros. Grabe ito yung hinabol nila. But I think Aiko Ordaz, former UAP Rookie of the Year, kapapasok lang, porsyentuhan. And of course, let's credit that half the point to win the Ansiman on confusing the net defense of Negros.
Definitely, there you have it, our score for first set. At nakauna na nga dito ang Pasay Lady Voyagers. Set number 2 underway as we return for the MPVA.
Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
back inside the city of the Dasmariñas Arena para sa Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. And first set was won by the veteran-laden Pasay Voyagers. Nakita nga natin dito, Jong, nung una. It's, nasabi ko nga, palitan lang sila ng puntos. But it was Estapor who really ignited yung kanilang kalamangan.
And I think because of her strong and loaded service aces, Sheila, I think that is a game changer for Pasay. That is a time that they're able to gain that momentum. At tuloy-tuloy ngayon. But of course, nothing to discount here for Negros. I think on the tail ng competition, on that first set, they're able to gain that momentum. We saw Angel Cosme and also Caparal making the scoring here for Negros. But here on the tail end of the competition, Ay Gordas with Wendy and Simana orchestrating the offense at dun nga napanalo ng Pasay first set.
Definitely, pinakamalaking kalamangan ng Pasay dito was 7 as we look at the numbers. John, can you break it down for us?
Well, I think for locks and aces are not totally a factor, but I think it is really the attacks that made all the difference dito for Pasay. Despite giving more free points dito for to Negros, still winning that set here over Negros Blue Hawks.
At yung errors din dito ng Negros, malaking bagay yun. Kaya nakuha ng Pasay yung win for set number 1. But as we start the second set, it was Negros getting their first point.
Oh, well, let's see if that will like give Negros the momentum that they need to kick off the second set.
Strong attack coming from Pasay, and you have Papa. And you know, this girl really, siya talaga yung gumagawa ng puntos dito for Pasay.
There's really a factor here. I mean, the bright spot so far for the Pasay team. But Sheila, we have not seen yet Yari Kimson, Antipuesto, reloading here for Pasay. How much more pag nagsabay-sabay itong mga to?
Sino pa? Si Pantino Deflem. Ayan, ilan sa mga veterano dito ng Pasay. As Negros serving attack from the opposite. Kimson was blocked this time from the back. Nakuha pa rin yan ng Negros. Good coverage for Pasay. Negros will try. Down the line hit will not work, and that point goes to Pasay.
Well, good intention sana dito for Caparal. She already observed that solid na yung blocking dito ng Pasay sa gitna and trying to get that point down the line. Unfortunately, too wide on that attempt.
Good first ball to Tanes. Combination play. Asception getting that one. And that is just too long. Para dito sa girls in pink. Eslapor pointing. Napasok daw yung kanyang palo. But our officials will award the ball to Negros.
And I feel as if that hit from Eslapor, medyo walang spin, and I think she's way underneath that ball.
Attack from the back. Nakuha dito ng libero ng Pasay, ng Negros. Susubok ulit ang Pasay. Kimson finally getting that point.
Finally, after several attempts, Kimson. Well, we hope that after that successful finally hit from Kimson, she'll be activated. Maybe she's still finding her rhythm here in this match.
Yung puntos na bawi ng error from the service area.
But here for Kimson, you know, Sheila, sabi nga nila sa volleyball, it's okay to commit your errors in the early part of the set, not on the tail end of the competition.
Yung katulad nung nangyari kanina sa set number 1, no? Akala natin it was sa Pasay getting that error. Isa na lang yung kailangan nila. But this time, it's another service error. Pero pabor na yan dito sa Pasay.
Well, let's see if this will be the same story compare nung set 1 natin, where on the early part of the set, close tong dalawang kupunan na to. But halfway dun umarangkada itong Pasay.
Astilia serving for Pasay. Tanes to the open, and that ball just fell in between. Of course,
Angel
Pasay,
Cosme.
Astilia, and Papa. And Cosme getting that point from the open.
And I like the growth of Angel Cosme, Sheila. You know, after Angel Nabacon's departure during the inaugural season, she actually lead the open position. And right now, I mean, as a leader on the offense, we we saw her grow right before our own very eyes.
That's correct. You know, that's very positive lalo na para sa team dito ng Immaculata. Definitely somebody has to step up kasi yung kanilang habakon ay, you know, umalis na. Bagyong habakon, as we call her before. Good first ball by Negros to Tanes. And there's a bit of miscommunication. Pasay naman ang susubok. Good pickup by Negros. Puzon sets that one to Papa again. Off the block. Too much power in that last setup para dito sa Negros.
And you know, I like how Cosme is unbothered with the blockers. As you can see, delayed pa nga yung mga blockers. And she took advantage on that delay and used the hands of the blockers to score an off-the-block point.
Regalo, but that is still in.
And this is the Negros, the battle-tested Negros that we know. Sheila, you know, they are Team Diesel. Sabi nga natin sa kanila, Team Diesel tong Negros ito. So here for Pasay, if you're Pasay, you really need to be careful. No room for complacency here for the ladies in pink.
That's correct. As Totanes again serves for Negros. Puzon? Well, we'll try her luck, but unfortunate in that last attempt. At back-to-back points ang nakuha dito ng Negros. Pupunta tayo sa ating first technical timeout. It's the Negros leading by 3, 8-5.
Play game with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now, from years of being a captain to now joining a completely new team, kunento sa akin ni Venice Puzo na nakakapanibago nga naman talaga. After leaving behind everything she knew in LPU, ibang teammates naman ang kasama niya ngayon. Nung una, nag-a-adjust pa siya at tahimik nga lang din siya nung umpisa. But the team has been nothing but welcoming and she's had no trouble gelling with all of them. Despite all the adjustments, she's ready to prove herself in pink. Now with less pressure in being a follower, her goal is to enjoy every step of the way and be an effective contributor to the team. Sabi niya na kahit starter man, second six or nasa bench, gusto niya meron siyang maibibigay. Hindi siya magdadalawang isip mag-step up at lumaban para sa Pasay. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Sheila.
Ito yung gusto ko kay Fiona. Kanina lang tinatanong ko kung ano yung nararamdaman o kaya iniisip nito ni Venice Puzon.
Oh, right on cue.
Yes, thank you so much for that report, Fiona. At dun nga, sinabi ni Venice that she wants to enjoy at definitely kahit iba na nga yung kanyang koponan na pinaglalaroan ngayon, it's a new experience for her.
But I think with the caliber of a Venice Puzon as one of the best setters during her NCAA days, I mean, she definitely can adjust easily with her new team.
That's correct. Titingnan natin kung paano niya madadala itong kanyang koponan for this season. As Yonko Kimzon again earning a point for the team in that last frame.
And for Kim Son, this is yung delikado kay Kim Son, Sheila. Once you onboarded Kim Son on scoring, magtutuloy-tuloy yan, especially once she got her rhythm. And yun nga, after a attack, a block point here for Yari Kim Son.
Definitely. Kailangan lang ng konting push di ba? Yun if you started to get your rhythm at uminit-init ka na, definitely magiging unstoppable siya. And she has been, one of the vital players of Air Force. Kung kahit
yes,
saman man siya naglalaro. But in that last frame, it was a service error given up by Pasay. 10 serving 8. With first ball, Puson goes to...
Go.
Definitely, walang iba.
You heard me right,
Yes.
Sheila. I mean, Kim Son will be unstoppable once you activated her. It will be so hard to stop Yari Kim Son.
Grabe na parang nasa kanya na lahat. Matangkad, may timing, may palo, may
Oo.
block. Diba?
You couldn't ask for more for Yari Kim Son.
Kailangan lang talaga paganahin. Itong si Yari, combination play. Nabasa yan dito ng blockers ng Negros. Tutanes sets this one to the opposite and that ball goes out. Pero there's a touch by Pasay.
And I think this is something that Negros needs to understand. I mean, you have a very tall blockers in front of you and sometimes hindi mo na kailangang ipilit. You just need to think of ways on how you can take advantage. And Jella Lopez, perfect example, perfect execution on that check ball.
Totally agree. And another one. Perfect execution ng ipanakita dito ni Caparal as they are now leading 3 points in this part of the set. Then still serving, that is Jella Lopez. Puzon, hinabol, and that hindi yun na maibabalik dito ng Pasay. Service ace para sa Negros. This is their first for this set.
For sure, Sheila, Negros is really extra motivated right now na makabawi dito kontra Pasay. And if you're Pasay, you really need to strengthen. Should not give any momentum dito for Negros.
That's correct as Puzon sets this one to the open. Angat yan ng Negros. Another attack. That time given up by Negros and that is a courtesy of Andrea Caparal. Napatawag ng timeout dito si head coach Camille Abanto.
Pasok niyo yung kamay niyo. Tapos, service. Service error natin, 4. Nana, pasa lang una. Isa-isahin lang muna natin. Konti lang yan, konti lang yan. Malayo pa yan, malayo pa yan.
Coach Camille Abanto is trying to break the momentum na binubuo dito ng Negros pero ni-remind niya na 4 na yung service errors dito ng Pasay and really that's huge dahil kung hindi sila nag-error definitely ticket ang score natin dito for the second set at sabi niya malayo-layo pa daw at malayo-layo pa nga marami-rami pa silang hahabulin dito pero another violation ang itatawag laban sa Pasay.
And you know what, Sheila? Those errors, it not just simply give free points to your opponent, but at the same time, it also kills your momentum. And that's how crucial committing an error dito. And you can see naman on the body language right now for Pasay, totally different na. And I feel as if the tables have turned here for Negros.
Titingnan natin kung ano ang magiging resulta or how Pasay will respond as Negros is leading 6 in this part of the match. Puson, bibigay sa open, off speed. Nakuha yan ng Negros, Tutanes. To the open, blocked. One more time. Tutanes giving that one to Yongko Kimzon, pero naiangat yan. Negros will try again, and that time, it will work from Andrea Caparal.
And again, Caparal really starting big time here for Negros.
Pupunta tayo sa second technical timeout. Lamang pa rin dito ang Negros 16-9. the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, and we are powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Set number 2 at alamang pa nga ang Pasay. At this part of alamang Negros, rather.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. At ito na nga. And they are slipping away. 17 serving 9.
And hindi lang basta lamang sila. This is way big lead here for Negros. And what are redemption? Well, yes, Pasay, sabi ko nga Sheila, Pasay may win the set number 1, but I think the momentum goes with Negros. Grabing inapo nila on set 1.
Yarionko Kimzon responded in an instant. Hindi na niya papayagang makalayo pa itong Negros.
Yes. And Yarionko Kimson finally stopping the bleeding here for Pasay. But I think Sheila here, Wendy and Simana coming in for a double substitution. Naninigurado dito si Coach Camila Banto. She wanted a full rotation here on the side of Pasay for more options here for Wendy Ann.
Definitely. Urdas coming in, that's a strategy for defense na kailangan dito ng Pasay. Attack from the back. Almost a point, pero nabawian dito ng Negros. And miscommunication. Rather, there was no communication at all on the side of Pasay. It was Wendy and Simana getting that first ball.
And I don't know what's happening here on the side of Pasay. I mean, they've been playing as if they are well-oiled machine during the first set, and we're not seeing that here in the second set.
Semana, bibigay kay Ordas, and Ordas was blocked. She'll try again, down the line, picked up by Negros. Drop will not work. Libero, bibigay kay Ordas the third time. Nakuha pa rin niya ng Negros. Good defense at the net. Libero getting that one. A drop will not work for Negros. Medyo dikit at nabasa pa rin yan dito ng Pasay. That was a great rally by the two teams.
Long rally alert here on the previous sequence, but earning the point is Pasay. And I think that double substitution of Coach Camila Banti works here for Pasay. More options here again for Wendy and Simana. You have Aikordas on the opposite, and Antepuesto manning the middle for defense.
Serving 18. Pito ang hinahabol dito ng Pasay. Good first ball. Attack from the opposite of the block. Urdas picking up. Back row hit. Did not work for Pasay. Sumagot dito ang Negros at naiangat yan dito. And that is a point that will be in favor of Negros. Jong, how can Pasay stop this, points by a Negros?
Well, sabi ko Sheila, those errors, it not just simply give away 3 points to your opponent, but at the same time, it kills your momentum. And again, just like what happened in Negros during the first set, totally no momentum at all. And ito yung nangyayari sa Pasay ngayon. I mean, even the defense and the offense nawawala na because of that lost momentum na nangyari earlier in the set.
That's right. Good save by Pasay. Chance for Negros. Combination play off the block. Semana be able to put that up, pero very aggressive that time. Itong Negros, and you can see that attack. Regalo yan. Para kay Libre. Libreng-libre siyang pinalo. Yun kaya naman nakuha ng Negros ang puntos.
And itong Negros, yes, Pasay may have the experience, Sheila. They have the proven track record, but sabi ng Negros, we still have the agility to defeat you and get set number 2.
That's correct. PK serving for Negros. Semana giving this one to the middle. A drop. Nabasa yan dito ng Pasay. Attack by Pasay picked up by Negros. Chance for Pasay. And that's an error in the middle. And you have Antipuesto. That's a timeout called. Negros leading by 10 for this part of the match.
Pasa lang, service, wala. Balik natin. Hindi ko naman kailangan, idikit lang muna natin. I-push muna natin yung natin. Ibalik natin. Balik muna natin, push natin. Sige.
Let's go! Pasay! Air Force! Let's go!
And Coach Camila Banto here. I mean, if you're hearing that, Sheila, no technical. There's no specific instruction dito for Coach Camille. Sabi ni Coach Camille, puso lang. Yun na. And I think that is what lost here for Pasay. The desire to win, the desire to come back over Negros, and we're already on the tail end. Hindi man nila mapanalo itong set ito, but the momentum that they can carry in the third set is really a factor already.
Kung ganito kalaki yung hahabulin nyo, minsan the team makakaramdam sila definitely ng panghihinaan ng loob, and this is a huge lead, right? But if like what you've said, kung kayo ay determinado na makabawi at tatrabahuhin nila yun unti-unti, but we will see. As another substitution was made on the side of Pasay, and that's a Cosmod on the floor. Semana setting this one to the middle. Naiangat yan ng Negros. Setting this one to Ordas, and Ordas was blocked.
Wow. And that is courtesy of Angel Lopez. Another heaven sent here for Negros of blocking Ike Ordas. And right now, Sheila, just 2 more points here to tie things up here contra Pasay.
Semana giving this one to Antipuesto, picked up by Negros. Negros will try. Attack from the back. Did not work. At hindi yun naabot ni Libre.
Nalunod si Libre doon, but here Negros, they have the luxury of a very wide lead dito kontra Pasay. Here Pasay, they really need to play perfect volleyball if they want to tie things up here contra Negros.
Good first ball. Pasay will try. Semana pupunta kay Ordas down the line, and that's it.
And finally, Ike Ordas activated and onboarded here for Pasay, and credit that on a very good opposite back set dito ni Wendy and Semana.
At yan ang forte dito ni Ordas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even college days pa lang niya. Nabawi naman agad ng error yung puntos na yon ng Pasay, and this is set point for Negros.
And from Negros has been really very consistent during the second set. And I think they started strong, and they're trying to finish much stronger. And yes, they did finish stronger here in the second set.
And this is a great way to end set number 2. It's Negros snatching a win against Pasay with that service ace. This is a 25-13. We are now tied at 1 set apiece.
Plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now. Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamangha-manghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Dito sa Dasmariñas, ang industriya at turismo ay nagdadala ng pagkakaisa sa iba't ibang dako ng bansa. Dito nagtatagpo ang masisipag at matatalino sa loob ng mga pagawaan, planta at malalaking industrial parks. Ang mga manggagawa ay nag-aambagan upang isulong ang pagbabago at kaunlaran. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Katrabaho, kaibigan, kapamilya man, siguradong masisiyahan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Maliwanag at maliwalas ang mga
13-25 is our score for set number 2. At it was a Negros Immaculada Mega Wide nga ang nakakuha na itong pangalawang set natin. Jong, at nasabi nga natin, babawi ito nga Negros, and they were able to do that for this set against Pasay.
And Sheila, sabi ko nga sa'yo, itong Negros, this team is a battle-tested team. They showed mastery. Not only mastery, I mean, they showed dominance from the very beginning. Really very consistent up until the last point in the second set that really shocked Pasay. And here for Pasay naman, if there's one thing that they really need to overcome coming into the third set, Sheila, is the composure. I mean, they should not let those errors kill their momentum. But if you're Negros, I mean, you want to continue that momentum and get that set advantage contra this veteran team Pasay.
Nawala nga yung depensa dito ng Pasay in this part of the match, but as you can see, that score and definitely the attacks, it was a total supremacy para dito sa Negros.
But I think, as you can see here for Negros, they're able to minimize their errors to 4. Pasay giving away almost a double-digit free points dito for Negros. That is a no-no. I mean, if you want to win a set, I mean, giving away 9 3 points to a team that is really hard to, to overcome. So let's see how will Pasay bounce back here contra once a podium finisher with Negros Blue Hawks.
Definitely, as we begin set number 3, at Negros ang nakauna on this part of the game, part of set 3.
And I like how Wendy and Simana banked on antipuesto right away, activating the middle. Sabi nga nila, if you control the middle, you control the game. Well, let's see if that will continue dito for Pasay.
That's right, but ang bilis nakabawi dito ng Negros. And you have Cosme getting that point.
And the maturity of Cosme, grabe. I mean, from a very shaky performance ngayon, keeping her head really high after scoring that point.
But not in that last frame as she committed an error, the first for this set.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as you can also see Sheila, setter Wendy and Simana replacing Venice Puson. I think here Coach Camila Banto is banking on the familiarity and connection because here Wendy and Simana have been playing with this Air Force for a very long time already.
That's right. And that time, a point para dito sa Pasay, and that is the first for a veteran Josome Cabalsa.
Of course, grabe din yung maging versatile na player nito Cabalsa. I think she's playing as a middle right now. I mean, on the previous season, she played as an outside hitter. Ngayon naman, as a middle hitter.
Tutanes giving this one to the open cross court, and that will work. And getting that point for her team is Andrea Caparal.
And Anden Caparal, really very consistent since the very first set of this competition. I think that is one of the key reasons kung bakit din nakuha nitong Negros on the second set because of the consistency ng attacks na binibigay dito ni Anden Caparal.
That's correct, but we'll see. It's the consistency again. Ang magiging susi dito. Quick attack. Nakuha dito ng Pasay. Negros will try again. Tutanes. And that is an error committed by Negros. Pero parang may kino-contest dito ang Negros.
But I also thought, Sheila, that there was already 4 touches
On the side of Pasay, yes.
On the side of Pasay. And I think that is something Coach Jessie Baroga trying to protest here to our first referee.
Pero the ball stays with Pasay.
It is hard. It is hard for Negros. I mean, to shake off that questionable error.
Call, yeah.
Oo. But they needed to move on.
Off the block, Semana gives this one to the open. Easy pick up by the libero of Negros. Naman, this set kaya Yonko Kimzon, and that is in.
Wow. And Yari Kimzon making it looks like very easy, but you can see how Kimzon did that attack.
Kung ikaw ba naman ang ganyang katangkad, Jong, di ba? Para magiging madali na talaga para sa'yo. Attack from the opposite. Naiangat yan ng Pasay. Semana gives this back to the Yonko Kimzon, pero committed an error.
I think Yari Kimzon trying to do some variation, Sheila. I think she wants to do some off speed. Unfortunately, yun nga, kinulang. But still a good intention here for Yari Kimzon.
Lopez serving for Negros. Good first ball, Semana. Gives this one combination play. At nabasa yan dito ni Bismonte. Tries the opposite this time, but Bismonte is still there. Hinabol yan dito ng Negros. Free ball, sana. Another miscommunication. This is the second time na mangyari. So on the side kanina, this is just a few balls earlier. Another error committed by Negros.
Sayang yung habol ni Angelique Cosme.
Team captain serves for Pasay. Tutanes bibigay sa open, and that's another error. This time, attack error by Cosme.
And I think Sheila, after that questionable call, nating first referee, I mean 3 consecutive errors already here for Negros.
Ang bilis na nga nakalamang dito ng Pasay. Semana bibigay sa gitna, a drop, read by the blockers of Negros. Kimson from the back. Good defense at the net by Negros. Tutanes to the open. Picked up by Pasay. Semana will try. And the ball is still alive. Long rally here. And that will end that point and will go in favor of Pasay.
And this is, Caparal's expertise. She knows exactly how to end a very long rally. I mean, testament on how effective Caparal right now, especially in the outside position, despite having the tall blockers, still making a point here for Negros.
Over reception, but the libero of Pasay was there. Drop, nabasa yan ni Bismonte. Semana, bibigay sa likod. Tutanes. Drop will not work. Semana will attack. Was not a go. Another one down the line, and finally, that is a point para dito sa Pasay. It's Lapor giving an end to that long rally. send us to our first technical timeout where Negros is on top by 4. Pasay is on top by 4, 8-4.
Game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now, after graduating and having her last playing year with ICC, Team Captain Ira Tutanes told me that she's still here and she chose to stay because her heart is with the team. Di niya kayang umalis pa kasi alam niyang marami pa siyang kayang patunayan kasama ang Negros. She wants to be a witness to what the team can still accomplish and wants to be a part of every heartbreak and every breakthrough. She knows the future is bright for the team and wants to defend the title this year. Kahit nakasabayan nilang iiba pang mga champion teams, gusto niyang patunayan na kabilang din sila doon. Lahat nag-eensayo, lahat may pagkakataon, sabi niya. Now, it's not about which league you're from, but about the heart you put out every time you play. Back to you, Jong and Sheila.
Thank you for that, Fiona. Minsan talaga mahirap makamove on, Jong.
And that is a very heartfelt report from Fiona, Sheila. I mean, here comes Ira Tutanes. She don't want to leave the team. She wants to be with the team in every heartbreak.
Oh, it's the leadership eh. It's the leadership na talaga nga pinapakita dito ni Tutanes. Pero alam mo, minsan kasi kung makikita mo na meron ka ng makikita ang kayang pumalit sa pwesto mo. Pero in this case, it was Ira Tutanes showing her leadership. Timeout called by Negros. And you can see our executives on your screens. Of course, you have Coach Emer Oreta, the president, and Dr. Ian. Doc Ian, kilalang kilala talaga natin yan in the world of volleyball. Ian Laurel. We talk about leadership kanina, Jong, at ito na, dito talaga kailangan na maipakita lalo ni Ira Tutanes yung kanyang leadership at pagiging kapitana on the floor dahil lumalayo na nga at malaki-laki na ang kailangan nilang habulin.
And I mean, Ira Tutanes simply said, as for Fiona, she wants to be with the team in every heartbreak, in every losses. And I think that is a perfect manifestation of a leader that you're with the team, di ba, not only in happy moments, but in moments like this. And let's see kung paano makakabawi itong Negros kontra Pasay.
Totoo yan. Dito talaga nakikita yung test of character, lalo na in this kind of match. But we will see kung paano papakita ni Ira ang kanyang pagiging leader in this set as Negros getting that point in that last sequence.
And we need to see more of that, Sheila. We need to see more that kind of play, that connection. Because yung mga pasa ni Tutanes on the opposite and even on the outside position has been well read dito sa depensa ng Pasay. So they really need to create more kind of plays to confuse yung defense pattern dito ng Pasay.
That's right, being more creative, no? Para kumbaga magamit, ma-maximize ng Pasay or ng Negros yung kanilang opensa. Another point earned here by Negros. Serving 11. Semana setting this one to the open. Attack error committed that time by Eureka Eslapor. 3 consecutive points earned here by Negros.
And you see that Sheila, Ira, Totanes trying to cheer up her teammates. And, I mean, just 3 more points. Just 4 more points, rather, here for Negros to tie things up for Pasay. Let's see if they can translate and get any point here in this sequence.
Wow, good pickup from that quick attack by Negros. At ang bilis ng kanilang sagot. That is their 3 consecutive points earned.
And that's how you want your team to respond. If you're Coach Jesse Baroga, that's how you want the girls to respond after the timeout. That's 4 consecutive points after the timeout.
8 serving 11. Kimzon, or rather, attack from the back by Kimzon. At yung nag-set ay si Antipuesto. Pareho ko silang nakatirintas kasi.
And for Kimson, of course, if a leader, their team captain naman on the side of Pasay, I mean, you should be the first one to stop the bleeding because nakailang puntos na itong Negros. And I like how Kimson and Totanes is taking up the lead to lead their team here in this match.
Yun talaga ang role na kanilang, i-play as the setters of the team. But Cosme, grabe yung angulo na yon.
Oo. It's worth to watch a replay.
And even the libero of Pasay misreading that attack. Totanes serving for Negros. Semana. Too close to the net. Chance again for Pasay. This time from the back. Pero naiangat yan dito ng Negros. However, there is a violation called against Negros. Pasay getting that point.
And mukhang swerte yata talaga yung side ng court na to, Sheila. Laging dito yung nananalo. A lucky court.
Semana serving for Pasay. Totanes to the middle. What a powerful middle hit. Pero naiangat yan dito ng Pasay. Another one. The libero setting that one to the opposite. Totanes to Cosme with a drop. Nandun si Semana.
So,
Too much dito para sa Pasay. Sayang yung opportunity na yon. Negros cutting the lead rather, down to 3. 10 serving 13.
well, this lead is still very manageable. This could still be anybody's game at this point.
Pero service is Cosme this time earning a point from the service area. Semana. Bibigay sa opposite. Blocked. Pupunta ulit. Same. But still picked up. Reception to Semana to the middle. But
Ball is still alive.
Easy pickup. And still the ball is up. Tanes to the opposite. And that's a good read on the side of Pasay.
And sayang the long rally will be ending just in error.
Serving for Pasay. Antipuesto. Totanes to the open, and there's a touch. According, Pasay is contesting the call, but the ball will stay with Negros. Serving 14. Semana, bibigay sa open.
Oh.
Guys, you can see, nagulat ka sa hampas, no? It was a really fast hit. Galing dito, yes, kay Cabalsa.
Well, good chase. Well, good man. And the defense sana doon ng Negros, but that spike is way too hard.
And too fast.
Yeah, too fast, I must say.
Semana picking that up. And what a dig for Negros. Excellent block. Net defense para dito sa Pasay, and that they get that point. Papunta tayo sa second technical timeout. Pero tingnan muna natin itong last sequence. Ang ganda ng pick-up na yun, no? Tutanes. Setting this one to the open. Pero nandun ang blockers ng Pasay. 16-12, second technical timeout lamang ang Pasay Lady Voyagers. Back inside at the Dasmariñas Arena. And we are powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. So join now. Ayan po ang ating mga media partners, and thank you so much. And we are inviting everyone to watch the games live. Again, dito po tayo sa Dasmariñas Arena sa Cavite. At parami na nga, nang parami ang nanonood dito sa venue. You can watch 2 games po for today on our first day. At syempre, mamaya, makikita nila ang kanilang koponan, Dasmariñas City Monarchs going up against Quezon Tangerines. Meanwhile, 13 serving 16. This is set number 3. Semana giving that one to Cabalsa, pero nabasa yan dito ng Negros. Caparal with a drop, and that is a go.
And Caparal understands that matangkad nga yung blocker dito ng Pasay, and the best thing that you could actually do is drop that ball because as you can see, nandun na yung mga blockers dito, Crimson and Antipreso already manning the net. And well, good intention, good decision there for Caparal.
Service ace for Negros.
Well, right now, again, Pasay, there's really no room for complacency here. At isa na lang hinahabol dito ng Negros.
Napatawag nga ng timeout dito si Coach Camille Abanto.
And we're halfway through, Sheila, of ending this this third set. And it's really very crucial for the whoever team na makanal dito to have a one-set advantage kontra your the other team.
And that was this game's community cam powered by pusop.com. Your game, your community, join now. At syempre, tuwang-tuwa ang ating mga volleyball fans. Mapanood ng live itong ating ma-action na laro on our first day for this year's 2025 MPVA season. At dahil nga dyan, we are now tied at 16.
And just like that, I mean, from like 4-6
6 to 4 to
yeah,
tying at 16.
at yun, at ganun yung hinabol dito ng Negros. And let's see kung paano mapapatigil dito ng Pasay ang Negros. That is still out, puntos at lamang na ang Negros dito, Sheila, over Pasay.
The time na mababawi ng Negros ang kalamangan, it was the errors of Pasay really, giving this points to Negros. At syempre, pinagtrabahuhan din to ng Negros.
But well, let's see now.
Attack from the back. Tibero was there. Sabi, no? Ang ganda ng bantay
Yeah.
when it comes to defense. Semana, bibigay kay Kim Zon, but that is in,
That is in.
according to our officials.
I mean, Kim Son gusto na talaga yung mga may hirap na target. I mean, look at that cut shot, di ba? She has been really very successful targeting that side.
Tagal na pahinga dito, pero ngayon babalik na siya. Denise Puzon checking in, and Odas on the floor.
At grabing luxury dito ni Coach Camila Banto, Sheila. You know, you have the best of both generation setter, Venice Puzon at Wendy Ansimana.
Totoo yan, Jong. But meanwhile, on the floor now, error on the side of Negros.
And you cannot, again, you don't need that error. I mean, we're already on the tail end of this set. And again, sabi ko nga, it's very crucial because whoever wins this set will have a one-set advantage on the opponent.
And well, that's almost an opportunity for Negros, but a violation was called by our officials. And that is back-to-back points earned by Pasay.
Consecutive errors here on the side of Negros. And this has been their issue during the first set. I mean,
Totoo.
error after error.
Ace by Denise Puzon.
And this
Timeout.
time,
Yeah, timeout dito ang Negros.
Service, papasok niya lang muna. Kunin muna natin sa block. Dahan-dahan. Eh, yung receive natin. Huwag natin madaliin. Bilang, Yuri, bilang ha.
Ang lalakas naman yung spikers mo sa harap eh, di ba? Go.
Habol yan, habol yan. Habol yan.
and what a timely timeout here for Negros, I must say, because that is not just a timeout, Sheila. I mean, there's a momentum freezer on the side of for Pasay because Negros has already been given 3 free points to
Correct,
Pasay.
correct. Yes, yes.
And I think it is the best time for them to recompose themselves. Because again, we're already on the tail end of the set. And let's see if they can translate whatever they... Unfortunately, what a play dito on the side of Pasay.
Yun talaga yung mga gugustuhin mo eh, lalo na another excellent attack coming here, coming from Pasay. And you have Cabalsa, kailangan din ng another talagang mag-i-ignite ng spark dito for Pasay.
And kita mo naman Kabalsa, sabi ko, let's talk about the versatility of this girl. From open, ngayon, playing as a mid, at ang bilis pa.
Yes. Totanes giving it to the opposite side, and that ball is out.
Again, you know, sabi ko nga, these two squads, you cannot question the skills. They already have this proven track record of winning games. But again, the team who can minimize their error will surely have an advantage. And I think for this set, that is Pasay.
That's right. Ay ko, Urdas. Ang bilis mag-apologize kay
Oo.
Coach.
She knew right away.
That's a good setup right here by Tamon. Setting this one to the open of the block. Cross-court hit will not work for Negros.
And because of that error, libre. Nambigay ng libreng puntos dito. For Pasay now, just 2 more points to have a one-set advantage here contra Negros.
Cabalsa serving, 23 serving 18. And that is a violation, 4 touches. Apparently, sending a Pasay to a set point.
And this has been really very frustrating, Sheila. I mean, after that timeout, I mean, that's the reason why you call for a timeout to, I mean, to eliminate your errors. But still, I mean, like 4 consecutive errors after the timeout. I mean, Negros really need to do something about this.
That's right. Aiko Ordaz redeeming herself and getting their 25th point for this part of the set.
And Igordas really saving the best for last, just like the second set. I mean, she still did the last work here for Pasay.
That's correct. It's Pasay Lady Voyagers defeating Negros Immaculada Mega Wide set number 3. Set number 4 sa pagbabalik ng MPVA.
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamangha-manghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Dito sa Dasmariñas, ang industriya at turismo ay nagdadala ng pagkakaisa sa iba't ibang dako ng bansa. Dito nagtatagpo ang masisipag at matatalino sa loob ng mga pagawaan, planta at malalaking industrial parks. Ang mga manggagawa ay nag-aambagan upang isulong ang pagbabago at kaunlaran. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan, katrabaho, kaibigan, kapamilya man, siguradong masisiyahan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming.
You're still watching the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. This is the first game of our first day for this season. Sheila Salaysay together with Jong, of course, and Fiona Bacani, set number 3. Dito, maaga pa lang nakalamang na ang Pasay, Jong, and they were able to become a little bit consistent compared to the last set. Diba?
Exactly. And Sheila, just when I thought that this will be a very close set because Negros wants to continue the consistency in the second set and Pasay wants a redemption. But unfortunately, errors have been piling up here on the side of Negros, and that I think that what's killing their momentum for Negros. And of course, if you're Pasay, you want to take advantage. Yun nga sa mga libreng puntos na binibigay ng Negros.
Nakita na nga natin as we look at the numbers here, Jong. Pagdating sa attacks, hindi naman nagkakalayo, diba? A-blocks and aces, pantay pa sila. But, what do you think? It's the opponent's errors.
Yes, same story. But this time, it is actually Negros who gave out free or double-digit free points dito for Pasay. But I think, sabi ko nga Sheila, everything seems really pretty equal here for these two squads, attacks, blocking aces. But it's really the team is committing a lot of errors, really have a disadvantage here in this match. And this time, here in this set, it was Negros. And let's see how will Negros cope up here. If they can tie things up here for Pasay and push for a 5-setter match, or if Pasay will go home with a victory here for our first day of this tournament.
That's right. Titingnan na natin kung paano makakabawi itong Negros, the young Negros team, compared against rather the mix of the veterans, of course, and young players of Pasay.
A do-or-die set here on the side of Negros.
MPVA is powered by Smart, the official telco partner. And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community, join now. Ayan, at nakikita nyo na nga. Well, if you are here sa loob ng Dasmariñas Arena, ang dami na nga nating volleyball fans na nanonood ng live. Kaya naman, to those who want to see our games, punta lang po kayo dito sa Dasmariñas City as set number 4. We begin, and it's Wendy and Semana of Pasay ang magsisimula ng set na ito. Tutanes setting this one to the open first point, courtesy of Jella Lopez.
And Jella Lopez has been quiet. I mean, for this entire match, it was Caparal, Cosme, actually doing the damage. We need her at this very time. We need Jella Lopez to help Cosme and Caparal in the scoring department for Negros.
Well, they need to be more aggressive kung gusto nilang makabawi. You know, I'm referring to Negros. Dahil iba kapag nakuha na ng Pasay yung momentum nila.
Exactly. But again, this time, same story for Pasay. Wendy and Simana activating immediately. Here, antipuesto.
Attack error.
It is early as now, you want to really eliminate those errors for Negros. And again, Negros started this set with an error.
Good first ball. Tutanes goes to back quick. Lopez. And that is a point for Negros.
You know, I'm really so in love with our opposite hitters right now, Sheila. Jella Lopez and Kim Son. I mean, they really made it look so easy. Yung mga cut shot nila sa cross court nila. Amazing execution for our opposite hitters for both squads.
Yes, doon mo talaga malalaman na, alam mo yun, yun yung kanilang talagang, forte.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart. Power all 99. Load now. From the opposite, Lopez once again. That's a good run by Pasay. Tutanes gives this one to the open. A drop. Semana bibigay sa open. Another drop will not work. And it's Lopez ending that rally. But you have to give credit, of course, doon sa malayong hinabol dito kanina
Naman.
ng Pasay.
But take a look one more time. Kita mo, Lopez taking advantage on that really loose gap ni Gabal sa at saka ng net.
Semana. Hindi mo alam kung paano niya titirahin yung bola, but this time it's Negros. And another point earned by Negros courtesy of that drop ball by Caparal.
And Caparal coming alive just when you needed her the most here for Negros.
Grabe, no? Sobrang dikit sa net nung setup na yun, pero nagawan pa niya ng paraan. Semana goes to the open. And Kapalsa was blocked, but that ball will go out. Point in their favor.
And Sheila, Kapalsa, talk about versatility. Kanina, for the past sequences, pumapalo sa gitna. At that sequence, as an outside hitter again, where she started.
Combination play, pero nabasa ng blockers dito ng Pasay. Drop. Antipuesto was there. Good pickup to Tanes. Sets that one to the open, and that's a good read by Pasay. Iniwasan talaga that time ni Papa yung palo na yon.
And I think it was really pretty obvious that it will gonna go outside. Kita natin on that sequence, she's already underneath that ball and there is really no spin on that ball.
Estapor down the line, picked up. Good defense, net defense by Pasay. Attack from the back of Negros earns them a point. And it's Lopez getting that one. Naloloka na. Ito nga, libero ng Pasay. That is Crisostomo.
And I think we have this a pretty same format in each and every set, no, Sheila. I mean, both squads medyo tayan sila as we start the set. But halfway through, may isang team talaga is pulling off. And if you hear in the third set, kung sino, whether Pasay or Negros.
Well, that's a really good thing kasi nga dahil both are playing on the same playing field, diba? Same level, kaya kailangan talagang may mauna eh. Hindi, mag-i-extend tayo na mag-i-extend.
But, well, let's see now. Oh!
Very rare error coming from the veteran, Wendy Ansimana.
Very rare to see from the Wendy Ansimana to commit that error.
Caparal on deck for Negros. Cabalsa getting the second ball. And another attack error given up by Eslamor. As we head on to our first technical timeout, this time it's the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide leading by 3, 8-5.
Volleyball Masters Philippines. Smart. Puso Pilipinas. Mikasa, our official ball. ASIS. XIB, our official outfit. Smart Sports. And we would also like to put a closer presence of the team owners of Pasay Lady Voyagers, Ms. Liam Rubiano.
You are still watching the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now when I asked team captain Iya Kimson how she felt coming into this league to lead and represent a new team, she told me that she's very excited kasi pinaghandaan daw talaga nila to. Ang Villamor Air Base mismo ay nasa Pasay at gusto nila magpakilala bilang isang team na lalaban at lalaban hanggang sa muli, defenders talaga. While a lot of them are veterans going up against the younger players, hindi pa rin sila magiging kampante. This team is a mix. May mga bata, may mga experience na rin, but they all share the same competitiveness to show the best that Pasay has to offer. Now back to you, Jong and Sheila.
Well, I agree. Thank you for that report, Fiona. No? And hindi talaga sila pwedeng maging kampante, lalo na at this part of the match. Kanina, first set nakita natin na they were able to win that set, showing dominance. Pero as we progress along this match, hindi na talaga pwedeng maging complacent.
Definitely, and they need to live off with their career as an Air Force who will not giving up.
Yeah, nakaka-pressure naman yon. Pero syempre, they are the defenders. Yun yung kanilang moniker, Air Force Defenders. Kaya naman titingnan natin how will they be able to defend and win this match against Negros. Pero tumawag ng timeout dito ang Pasay. Tingnan natin.
Pag nagkamali tayo, pupo na tayo. Huwag nyo na isipin yun. Isipin nyo na lang, paano babawi? Ha? Dire-diretso tayo. Walang i-stop. Wala, ang layo pa niyan. Pasa lang.
Well, Coach Camille not really becoming or being technical in that last sequence, no? Lagi lang, last time out, sinabi lang niya dapat malayo pa yan eh. Malayo pa naman talaga. We are just at the first part of this set. And it's actually the errors. Pero in that last sequence, the service is ng Negros.
Sheila, sabi ko nga sa'yo, swerte itong side ng court na to. Di ba? Dito lagi yung mga kamay na nanalo. Well, let's see if that if Pasay can actually break that expectation. But right now, as I can see it, talagang dito, yung may lucky side talaga on the side of the court.
And Slepor getting that point, bumawi naman. She's a bit silent, and, not a bit silent, pero hindi ganun yung naging contributions niya compared to the first two sets.
We haven't heard her name in the past set, Sheila, and I think it's about time for her. She was a key factor during the first set, and we need her to come alive here if they want to end this set now contra Negros.
Oh, that setup is a bit too wide para sa Pasay.
But this time here, Negros, lamang dito ng 6. And if you're Negros, of course, you want to push for a 5-setter match because tayo yung panel with Fiona Bacanio.
Yan na nga bang sinasabi ko. But definitely our volleyball fans enjoying yung kanilang napapanood ngayon. At lalo na kung makikita nyo to live dito sa Dasmariñas Arena.
And there's really no better way, to kick off the season, Sheila, but, to have a 5-setter match on set on the first day.
Nako, kakatok muna ako, Jong. Kakatok muna ako. Pero ganito kaganda yung facility mo.
Why not?
Diba? Talaga namang mai-enjoy mo yung ganito kainit na laro. Lalo na this is our first day. Substitutions for Pasay. Cosmod is in. At syempre, this is Negros, 13 serving 6. Semana, ibigay sa gitna. Picked up free ball for Pasay. Kanino pupunta si Semana sa open? Drop na, basa yan ng blockers ng Pasay. And that is a back quick setup. At Ipuesto finally earning a point for the team.
Well, I think right now this might work here for Pasay because I think the predictability for Negros nandun na. Predictable na yung mga atake at defensa dito ng Pasay. And I think this is the first time that I see Antipresto did hit on the opposite, and that confuses yung depensa dito ng Pasay. So let's see if that will continue to work.
Attack error. Pasay naman ngayon ang pupuntos ng sunod-sunod because of the errors of Negros. Good first ball. Tutanes gives this one. Free ball. Pasay. Bibigay dito another one. Semana sets this one to Antipuesto with a drop. Pero nandun ang libero ng Negros. And a solo blow definitely will not work para dito in that last sequence.
Look at this, Sheila. This is the first time that I see a setter doing a back set sa outside position. But when Dian Simana as a veteran setter, no worries about that. And Papa adjusting on that back set, perfectly executed here for Pasay.
Back leg, or rather, a big quick setup. That's a point for Negros.
And Moraga activated here. I think for Negros, it is also the thing that they need to work out. We have seen Cosme Caparal hitting from the wing side of the court. But I think here for Tutanes, they also need to recognize yung mga middle hitters natin dito. She really need to activate that position.
Tutanes to the back, defended at the net, and there was no coverage on the side of Negros.
And that is what I'm talking about. I mean, for both squads, for sure the game has already been very predictable to your opponent. So you really need, as a setter, you need to make a creative orchestration sa playmaking mo. And perfect example, well anticipated na dito yung palo ni Caparal from Negros.
Attack goes long. Pupuntos muli ang Pasay as Semana serves for Pasay, 11 serving 14. Oh, that ball is out.
Puntos here for Negros. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, gone were the days na kailangan set mo lagi yung bola sa opposite at open pag maganda yung receive. And then after the combination of the block point agad dito for Jella Lopez.
Semana sending this one to Yongko Kimson, and
Wow!
that's a point.
Extra loaded. Yung down the line kill doon ni Kimson. It's so good, we have to look it twice.
That's too much power. At hindi yun naiangat dito ng Negros. Another chance for Pasay. And this time it's Cabalsa from the middle.
Cabals are really very active. Kita mo talagang pinorsentuhan siya dito ni Wendy and Simana. Moraga was delayed on blocking Cabalsa on that play.
Timeout muna tayo. Let's listen in to Negros.
Relax. Ha? Relax lang. Pagpasok sa loob, reset tayo, kukuha tayo ng points. Okay? Relax lang. Ha? Ay. Huwag mong madaliin. Tuwala ka muna sa harap.
Kunin natin to.
Adi, Jella, kayo nasaan dyan? Power kayo. Ha? Kayo lang dyan. Go, go.
And of course, the pressure is really on here for Negros. Aside from the pressure of winning the set to tie things up here kontra Pasay, the pressure that you can see that yung kalaban mo, your opponent is slowly getting closer to your score. But sabi nga dito ni Coach Jesse Baroga, all they need to do is to relax and everything else will follow. And just like that, Negros, after that error, will set us in our second technical timeout.
Number 4, our score is 16-13.
Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Ayan po ang ating mga media partners. Smart Sports, of course, and the Pilipinas. And again, watch the games live dito po sa Dasmariñas Arena for today, our opening day of the 2025 MPVA. As Pasay earns another point, cutting the lead down to 2.
Again, it is Cabalsa really having the hot hands dito for Pasay. She's everywhere. I mean, she can hit on opposite position. She can hit back row. A while ago, she hit sa gitna. But this time, Negros finally stopping the bleeding here.
Nakita mo yung reaction doon ni Coach Abanto. Hindi niya talaga nagustuhan kasi chance ball na yun eh. Di ba? Bihirang-bihira kang magkamali pag chance ball. Pero sa Pasay, that is unexpected. Kahit sila dismayado, definitely. Babalik sa 3 ang kalamangan dito ng Negros. Make it 4 because of that service ace.
Oh, we're already on the tail end of this set, Sheila. And if you're Negros ago, of course, you're once a podium finisher. At gusto mong bigyan ng magandang laban itong Pasay.
And if you know Sheila, Jong, and Fiona, we are the king and queens of 5 sets. Time out muli dito ang Pasay. Let's listen in.
Shab, sigawan mo na. Ha? Ano kasi? Sayang oh. Sayang. Magsalita kasi kayo. Di na naman nagsasalita eh.
And Coach Camila Banto, I mean, you know our coaches, when they are calling a timeout, there's really nothing very technical on their instruction. I mean, it's all about composure. And just like our timeout nga, Coach Camila Banto reminding the girls, I mean, for sure, she knows that these girls can actually play better. I mean, the skills is undeniable, but they really need to relax. Yun nga yung sabi ni Coach Camila Banto. And right now, what a better way to respond after a timeout is to translate and to get a point right away. And let's see if Pasay can do that.
Yun lang naman, actually, hindi yun lang. Yun ang role talaga ng coaches, you know, to put their team's mindset back. Diba? Restart ba every time they call a timeout? Dahil katulad nito, lumalamang na yung Negros, then definitely Pasay, kailangan nila ng, you know, kailangan somebody has to call them na, kailangan yung magtrabaho pa, di ba? Kailangan yung magsalita. Yun yung kaninang sinabi ni Coach Camila Banto. But we'll see how will they respond to that. That's a lucky break for Pasay. Attack error on the side of Negros.
But of course, if you're Pasay, you want to rely on Negros errors. They really need to also create their own point, to provide their own point. But here comes Sheila, Coach Camila Banto making wise decisions. Dual substitution tayo dito for a full rotation as Venice Puson will start it off for Pasay.
Yes, that is a must for these girls in pink, lalo na. Malaki nga yung kanilang hahabulin dito. Puson setting this one to Urdas. Ayan, excellent defense at the net. Chansa para sa Negros. That's out. That is out, according to our officials.
Again, this could still be anybody's game. Jelle Lopez, let's take a look one more time. On our angle, it looks like it hit the line. But of course, our first referee
mas
and our
malinaw
linesman
yun.
mas malapit.
Totoo. Nagkabalsa. getting another point from the middle. You know, I really like the versatility of Cabalsa. Kasi in the last tournament na sinalihan nila, hindi siya gitna. Actually, she plays all positions eh.
But right now, of course, Call of Duty responding right away dito si Cabalsa.
Error committed by Negros. Dito na, nakadikit na ang Pasay with only chasing 1 point. And because of that error committed of Negros, Tutanes setting this one to the back. Picked up by Pasay. Puzon goes to Ordas. And that is it for Negros.
And this time, Sheila, lamang dito ng dalawang Negros. Well, good timing on denying Ike Ordas on that attack. Well, this time for both squad for Negros, all they need to do is to play flawless. Just 5 more points to tie things up here contra Pasay. And for Pasay, they just really need to find this gap, this donut hole dito sa depensa ng Negros. Let's see on that attack if they can.
Ang hirap naman nung play flawless, Jong. Tingnan natin, pero yung sequence na yun, parang flawless nga. Because that ball just found the line rather, libre. Getting that point for the team. Puzon, bibigay kay Ordas. Free ball for Pasay. Combination play, blocked by Negros. Drop, nandun si Cosme. Another attack picked up right there. Ordas, we'll see, a drop to the back. And that's a parental move. Parental move by Ordas. Magulang, but seeing that open spot at the back of the court of Negros.
Mahaba na yung rally.
Yes, good eye for
Mahaba na yung rally
Ordas.
natin, Sheila, and ang tendency is talagang abante yung depensa mo, and good recognition there for Ordas.
First appearance here of Flora of Pasay. And that is just too long.
I think we're tied. Oh no, not yet.
One more a point ang hinahabol dito ng Pasay.
Oh, there is a good pancake stick
Yes,
still for
excellent save
Laura.
by Pasay. Combination play. Nabasa yan dito ng blockers ng Pasay. Free ball. Puzon, kanino pupunta? Aiko Ordas. And that ends that rally. We are now tied at 21.
Grabing hinabol dito ng Pasay, Sheila. You know, pressure is really on here on the side of Negros. Let's see. I mean, this is the kind of valuable game that you want to watch here live, and a timeout called here right away for Negros. I think this is a very strategic timeout here on the side of Coach Jesse Baroga. Of course, aside from, obviously the momentum has already been shifted here on the side of Pasay. And if you're Coach Jesse, you want to break that, well, giving the opportunity here for Negros to compose themselves and score a point, and they did!
And that's an excellent response to the timeout called.
I think that is, you know, if you're Coach Jesse Baroga, that's how you want your girls to respond after a timeout. And Angel Cosme really very good on hitting that ball, on adjusting on that set. And right now, just 3 more points to tie things up here over Pasay.
22 serving 21. Puzon. Oh, that's a very tough setup. And great adjustment right there by Antipuesto.
right now, Sheila, at this point, it doesn't matter the skills, the talent, it doesn't matter anymore. I think that it is the team who wants it badly will surely win the set. It's either Pasay or Negros lang.
Grabe yung elevation ni Moraga in that last set. I like how it was set up right there by Tamon. Ang ganda rin ng timing, oh. Walang nag-block on the side of Pasay or that block was late.
What a play as well. If you could also give credit, half the point to Tanis on that amazing set to Moraga.
And now the captain is back on the floor serving for Negros. Puzon gives this one to Ordaz. That's a two far from the net. Another one. Chance ball para dito sa Pasay. Ordaz will try. And that is a point.
Substitution for Pasay, number 25, number 4.
And this time, what a way here for both squads on showcasing their talent here for our first day of the MPVA. Everybody's on the edge of their seat right now, Sheila.
Kahit ako eh.
Oo.
Lack of anticipation on the side of Pasay in that last sequence. They are not, in my point of view, hindi nila na-anticipate kung sino yung aatake. If we look at this play, nakita mo, di ba?
Yeah. I think it's not a matter of a communication between them because sabi ko nga, they've been playing for a long time. It's really again the lack of anticipation here for Pasay. Oh!
Chance for Negros. Will this be it? And then, yes! Jella Lopez putting an exclamation point in that last setup. And ending this set on their favor. We are now tied at 2 sets apiece, sending us to our first 5-setter for this season, John.
Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
.25, and that's how set number 4 ended, Jong. At ito na nga, mas umiinit ang ating unang laro on our first day. Pero balikan natin, ano ba ang nangyari dito sa set na to?
Well, right now, Sheila, I think it is a seesaw of momentum. As we can see, this has been the pattern. Both squads is tied during the early part of the first set. Then halfway through, there is really one team na nag-pull off. At during that set nga for the first set, it was Negros. Though here for Pasay, they tried to regroup and to compose themselves, strengthen their defense. But it's really Negros who actually have this attacking arsenal during, especially in the latter part of the fourth set.
ito rin yung pattern nating tatlo,
Yes.
Jong, Sheila, and Fiona, na kailangan na
Talking.
nating baguhin, Jong. As we take a look at the statistics for set number 4.
I must say that all scoring department is quite really very identical. Though lamang dito ang Negros ng isa. But again, it is really who wants it badly. Who scores or who had committed the less errors on the latter part of the first set. And during the fourth set, it is really Negros. At this time, shorter set tayo in the fifth set. Will the new team will soar in this match or will Negros reclaim the glory and go with a victory?
Pero comparing all the sets that we've witnessed dito sa match na to, Jong, fourth set was the closest. Nakita mo, isa lang yung difference when it comes to the different departments, no? Kaya mas nakikita natin talaga na, alam mo yun, and I like how the coach is able to, how can I say, find the right blend or combination of players, lalo na pagdating sa mga substitutions na ginagawa nila, 'di ba? Pero this time ito na nga, wala na ngang atrasan as we begin set number 5 for Pasay. It's Puzon, the one beginning this set. Definitely ang kapitana naman on the other side for Negros.
As you can see here, Papa is really very instrumental during the first set, but really quiet na, no? During the second, third, and fourth. Well, let's see if she can redeem herself and help her team to win this set and match contra Negros.
At ang maganda pa dito sa dalawang team na to, ang lalim ng kanilang mga rotation, ng kanilang roster, lalo na. And, the coaches definitely can just, pick kung sino man yung sa tingin nilang makaka-contribute. As we begin set number 5, not really a good one for Pasay. That ball goes out.
And of course, that's not how you want to start again this match. Giving away free points to your opponent.
Back-to-back service errors at the beginning of our last set. Serving for Negros is Moraga. Puzon sets this one to the open of the block. Good pick up by Negros. Free ball para sa Pasay. First warning attack. Iya Kimzon.
And I think right now, here in the fifth set, it is really very short, so every point really counts. So I mean, those free points would really matter talaga, especially on your opponent.
Errors must be avoided or limited. Kung kakayanin, as Kimzon attempting again but was picked up. Ito naman, it's Negros committing an error.
Well, you see that both squads are really very pressured at this time because again, sabi ko nga, opening game and you want to set the tone. And then again, this match will set the tone, for their entire season. If you're Pasay Negros, you want to set it on a winning note.
Nakasagot naman agad dito ang Negros. For serving 3. Puzon to the open. Picked up. Miscommunication in that last setup on the side of Negros.
That is so rare, especially for Tutanes na kasama niya itong mga to for a very long time. Having that communication on her sets.
Attack. Soft spike. Puzon sets this one to the open down the line. Pero malayo. But there was a whistle called against Negros. Net touch. Point goes to Pasay.
We are still at our 8-point, but I mean, errors really been piling up here for both squads.
Good first ball. Off the block. Puzon sets this one to the open cross court, pero naiangat yan
Oh,
ng Negros. Free ball para sa Pasay, and an attack by Kimzon was picked up. Long rally. Chansa para sa Pasay. Solo block. And that ends our rally. Attack by Yuriga Eslapor.
and we want to see, you know, the S Lapore that we saw during the first set. And right now, bumabalik na S Lapore. Well, that is not a very good, set there coming from Venus Puzon, but S Lapore adjusting, even though that set is really far away from the net.
Correct. Free ball ulit para sa Pasay. Attack from the back. And good save. Whoa, that's a quick
Yeah.
quick set. Ang tapang doon dito ni Tutanes.
Yeah.
Grabe, that's Tamon rather. Setting that for Negros.
Because, you know, in those crucial moments, if you're a setter, you want to bank on with your outside or opposite. But on that sequence, doing a percentage play dito to Katamora.
Service ace. Back points earned here by Negros.
And right now, Sheila, at this point, I'm still clueless. I mean, who will win this match? Because, both squads, our scoring is, we are in a seesaw scoring. So let's see. Who's going to take this momentum? Who will be pulling off as we're already halfway through already here in the fifth set?
Negros naman ang susubok. Drop was read by the libero. Attack cross court. Stroke. And Eslapor
Yes.
getting that one.
And finally, S Lapore comes alive here in the fifth set. And so you can say fifth set na, but still, she still has the power.
Yeah, Breno, yung
Oo.
consistency ng lakas ng palo, nandun pa din. Attack this time by Negros, but that went out.
Well, I feel that Cosme is way underneath that ball. Reason for that ball to have no spin and to go outside.
Palito tayo ng court dito. And this is Pasay Lady Voyagers having a 2-point lead. That is part of our set.
But again, Sheila, even though that Pasay is leading here by 2, this could still be anybody's game. The 2-point lead of Pasay is still very manageable here for Negros.
Katibayan lang talaga ng loob dito sa last set na to. And look who is the setter for Negros at this part of the match.
And team captain Ira Tutanes is not here on court. Let's see what will be the strategy here for Coach Jesse Baroga.
Setting this one to the open, denied.
Oh.
That is excellent rejection
Yes.
by Pasay, and there was no coverage on the side of Negros.
Pasay is impenetrable on that play, denying right away Angel Cosme.
With first ball, goes to the other side. One hand pickup by the libero of Pasay. And that is out.
And I feel that Cosme is really being bothered already I mean, by the blockers, and that is actually what you get, especially if you came off from a block from
That's
the opposing
right.
team.
Yes, timeout called here. Let's listen in.
Tayo na, habulin natin. Focus muna tayo sa 4 na points. Saka natin overtakean. Ha? Hey, sipin mo na sa'yo yung ano. Ha? Maganda naman ang pasa eh.
Eslapor kanina pa nagsaserve dito for
Yeah.
Pasay. A drop will not work for Negros. Atake dito ang Pasay will score, and that is a yes.
And Pasay right now, I mean, what a perfect time for them. I mean, to come alive here, especially here for Papa. I mean, we have not heard her name after the first set. Coming alive here in the 5th set. Just now 4 more points to get this first day victory contra Negros.
Puzon sets this one to the open. Excellent timing. Power was there.
Yes.
Kaya naman na-penetrate niya itong blockers ng Negros.
And kita mo, I mean, Negros already anticipated that they're gonna go to Papa, but Papa really unbothered and can easily break down that great blocking of Negros.
One hand set. Chansa para sa Pasay. Goes down the line, did not work. Off the block. Puzon. Bibigay sa likod. Off timing. Libero setting this one up. Off the block. Puzon gives this one to the middle. And that will work for Pasay. And Puesto this time getting that point. And Pasay slowly slipping away. Ang laki na ng kanilang kalamangan dito. Kaya naman napatawag ng timeout si Coach Jesse Baroga.
Sige na. Go. Ayusin niyo na. Go. Kunin mo na ay. Diskartehan mo.
And Coach Jesse Baroga dito, I mean, sabi ko nga dito, Sheila, our coaches is never giving any technical instruction already. What they are actually instructing the girls, tibayan yung loob. I mean, they've already here in the 5th set, do or die match. I mean, it is really something that Negros need to do. First of all, I think their defense and also their net defense. Many times, nabibreak ng Pasay dito yung net defense ng Negros. Well, let's see if how Negros translate whatever discussion that they had with Coach Jesse Baroga after this play.
Pero hindi nga makakatulong if they continue to commit errors. Lalo na that error is, adding to the 14th point of Pasay. This is the match point. Substitution. Caparal goes back in. Eslapor hindi napapagod.
Oo, kanina pa yung service deck.
Totanes sets this one to the middle. Drop ball. Puzon to Eslapor from the back. Did not work. Again, attempt by Pasay. Picked up by the libero of Negros. Cross court. Nakakuha yan ng Pasay. Another attempt. Goes straight to the ball. To the net.
Yeah.
Ano ba yan? Kinakabahan na kasi ako dito.
But well, Negros said not yet. We can still make a way to tie things up here. But only is a 1 point here for Pasay to go home with a statement first day victory here in the MPVA.
Still a drop chance for Pasay. Sets this one to the open. Totanes gives to Lopez.
Yes.
Another point by Negros.
still not yet over. Said Negros, well, it is actually an advantage here, a favorable rotation on the side of Negros. Full rotation, you have Cosme, Cosme and Jenna Lopez as your wingers. Let's see if Totanas can maximize these two wingers. But
That is an easy point for Pasay. Nagulat na lang dito yung Negros because ang layo nung setup na yon sa net, and definitely, hindi yon na nabasa agad nitong Negros. But it is the Pasay Lady Voyagers getting this win for this match.
And
Capturing their first victory. Kaya naman, congratulations dito para sa Pasay Lady Voyagers. And what a game we've witnessed para sa ating unang laro for the day, John.
Definitely, and I think this game is not just simply a game here for Pasay. This is a statement that as a newcomer, they can simply roar and defeat a battle-tested Negros. But of course, Sheila, for Negros, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, they may not won in their first game, but I think, it is a good push here for the newcomer Pasay.
Definitely, 15-7 is our final score for set number 5. We will present to you our Queen of the Court when we return. 23-13, 25-25, 18, 23-25, 15-7. At yan nga, ang naging kwento ng ating buena manong 5-setter for the day, Jong. Definitely, ang dami nating nakitang players that really contributed to this win. Pero, sino ba ang napusuan mo maging ating queen of the court?
Ako, you know what, Sheila, I do believe kasi in the mastery of positions. But I think, because I feel that you really need to be good at what you're doing, but I think this girl really break the odds and show to me that versatility really works. And of course, our player of the game is none other than Cabalsa. I mean, she played really well when she's in the outside position as well as in her new position right now as a middle blocker.
At siya nga ngayon ay kasama ni Fiona at the courtside.
Ayan, so kasama nga po natin ngayon ang ating Queen of the Court, none other than Sasa Cabalza. Sasa, congratulations! Ngayon naman alam kong talagang pinahirapan kayo ng Negros. Anong tumatakbo sa isip mo ng 4th set at alam mong kailangan yung makabawi sa 5th set para manalo?
First of all, yung naramdaman ko is yung eagerness to win talaga. And napagod na kami, kailangan namin talaga makuha to. Although may mga lapses kami, kailangan naming aralin pa yon para sa susunod, ma-perfect na namin yung mga play namin. Ayun lang.
Ngayon naman, syempre, it's a great start to a new team here in the MPVA. How do you plan on continuing this momentum moving forward?
Yeah, as a Pasay team, nagpapasalamat ako kasi nabuo tong team na to and i-treasure namin to. Kailangan maganda yung performance namin hanggang sa huli. Yan lang. Thank you.
Ngayon naman, Sasa, meron ka bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo? Friends, family, supporters?
First of all, binabati ko yung family ko, Nanay Susan, Tatay Rapi, Labado family, Bantukan family, and Wiley Labado, and all supporters of Pasay and Air Force team, and AFP Lady Gunners, hello. Yan, yun lang. Thank you.
Ayan, so thank you so much and congratulations once again to our Queen of the Court, Sasa Cabalza, and the rest of the Pasay Lady Voyagers. That's all from us over here. Now back to you, Jong and Sheila.
Thank you so much, Fiona. And once again, congratulations to Josame Cabalza and the Pasay Lady Voyagers getting their first win for the season of the MPVA. At nasabi mo nga, Jong, kanina, no, sa dami ng naging players at ganda ng pinakita ng ating mga manlalaro coming from the two teams. It was definitely a challenge for you, for us, kung sino ba ang tatanghaling Queen of the Court. And here are your Smarts Powered Up Plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. At balikan nga natin ang mga nangyari for this match. Jong, set number 1, nakita natin dito. It was the Pasay Lady Voyagers. Actually, sa umpisa, Negros ang namumuna. But after that first technical timeout, it was definitely the Lady Voyagers who started really taking control of that set.
But of course, during the second set, Sheila, hindi naman nagpatalo ditong Negros. I mean, itong Negros, they've already battled the lads, especially in the past 2 seasons of MPVA. But I think the familiarity is really very intact. They are one of the teams here, remaining teams in the MPVA that's really very intact. And I think that is where Negros is banking on and reason for them kung bakit na-snatch nila yung victory over Pasay during the second set.
Tama ka dyan. Pagdating naman sa set number 3, hindi pumayag. Itong Lady Voyagers at definitely pinakita yung kanilang dominance dahil set or the first part of the set pa lang, ang laki na nung kanilang naging kalamangan at nagtuloy-tuloy na nga ito at hindi nila hinayaang makahabol pa itong Negros.
It's always been the same story here for each and every set. I mean, both squads, magtatay sila on the first few half ng set natin. But again, on the halfway through of our set, there's only one team na nagpo-pull off talaga at lumalamang. Well, here in the fourth set, it was Negros who actually shocked Pasay in winning that set, tying things up here kontra Pasay.
Definitely. And pagdating nga dito sa ating last set, nakita natin, again, you know, it's very difficult to say who will get the upper hand, who will show kung sino ba yung unang makakalamang dito. But these two teams made it really difficult for everyone.
Yes.
Ito nga laro na to. But still, it was the more veteran-laden team that really exhibited their, how can I say, yung kanilang experience at teamwork on the floor.
But again, if you're Negros naman, Sheila, there's really nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you gave Pasay a very wonderful fight. I mean, it's not just this time, it is actually the flight of Pasay who soar high here contra the veteran experience of Negros Immaculada. But I must say here, there's a lot of takeaway for both squad for Negros and Pasay.
Definitely. At umpisa pa lamang yan ang ating first day para dito sa ating 2025 season ng Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. At kung naririnig nyo, lumalakas na nga ang ingay at sigawan
Yes,
at
of
iyawan
course.
dito sa loob ng Dasmariñas Arena. At marami na tayong nakikita ng lobo with the green and yellow colors because at ito ang kanilang pagpapakita ng suporta on our host team of our opening day.
Yeah.
Nakikita mo na yan. May kasama pa nga tambol, Jo.
And of course, the debuting hometown heroes from Dasmariñas City is here right now in the MPVA. And you know what, Sheila, what made this match really very interesting is that both Dasma and Quezon are champions in their own respective leagues.
Ano bang pinaamang gusto mong sabihin
Ay, gusto
dito,
ko na
Jo,
naman
sa
sabihin
ating
na-
second game?
Ay, may 5-set ulit po tayo, mga kaibigan.
Kaya naman, let's again take a look at the numbers of our two teams for this match.
When it comes to attacks, it is actually Pasay who dominates the attacks over Negros. We're identical in the blocking department. Aces, it is actually Negros. Identical din tayo sa errors. Well, it is really the attacking arsenal of Pasay that gave them the advantage of winning this match contra a really experienced team of Negros Blue Hawks.
And I have to give credit to all our setters of the two teams. Para diba, sa Pasay, we have Puzon and Semana. Gamit na gamit sila all throughout. Gayon din on the side of Negros, Tamon and Tutanes. This all setters really, showed leadership and definitely sa kanilang mga koponan. Up next, ang mapapanood nyo for our second game, it's Quezon Tangerines going up our host team, Dasmariñas Monarchs. Dito lang yan sa Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.